Today I'm showing you guys how to resolve tension with eye level energy. A lot of times we go into conflicts and arguments wanting to win, wanting to prove our point. And maybe the thought of, going in eye level, and being all like peace and whatever doesn't sound as satisfying as winning whatever situation you're in. However, if you truly think about it from a higher view, from a smarter view, from a more expanded viewpoint, true winning is being able to go into it with eye level energy, speaking your truth, giving them space, holding space for them to speak their truth too, and the end result is some combination of them hearing you fully and realizing, holy shit, they might be right, but you also hearing them fully and being like, holy shit, that's a good point. And then you're both like, wait a minute, I think our lanes connect. That kind of solution will be the most impactful for them too, to remember what you said. We remember things with impact when we are impressed by someone, but if words that we say were also involved in the solution. Does that make sense? So if you go into an argument or conflict with someone, you guys get into it, and you start demeaning them, or you're just being superior, you're just really proving your point, and in the end you proved your point. But in that situation, number one, they might have just gone into an inferiority state and let you win. Number two, they might just got tired. They might have just gotten tired from arguing with you, so they let you win. Or they might feel defeated by your aggressiveness and maybe believe, yes, okay, maybe you're right, but they're not going to be thinking about, wow, her point is so good and she's right. Oh my gosh, yeah, I love her. I love it. They're going to just be feeling bad about themselves. And if you're able to stay in the eye level energy, that also increases the chances of you feeling satisfied from the conversation, even if they can't match your level. Instead of you putting them down, being superior or demeaning them, you're going to speak from eye level energy the whole time, and you're going to be consciously present and confident talking to them, never backing down, but never trying to win over them or overshadow them either. You speak, you let them speak, you let them speak. And if they decide to go into an inferior state, or they can't match your energy, they can't keep up, that is on them. But you keep your whole gracious, open, but confident energy going. Whenever I break the steps down for things about how to be a human, the first two steps will very likely always be the same, maybe 99% of the time. Intention and breathing. Intention and breathing. So number one, decide your intention. And normally that intention is solution, some sort of resolution of the conflict. And when you decide your intention, it's not about you needing to know what the solution is. Of course not, because that's why you need to communicate. That's why you're doing eye level, because you're giving them a chance. You need to hear what they have to say too. Takes two to tango. Takes two to solution. Okay, so deciding your intention is not about figuring out the how it's going to happen. It's more, what is my end goal result with this person? Right now we're in tension, we're in conflict, we're in an argument, or we're in disagreement. And it can be even as simple as, my goal is I just want to get to on the same page as them. I want to get to the same page as them. I want them to hear me, and I want to hear them. And depending on your unique situation or circumstances, you can add to the intention. For example, if you know that whoever you're in conflict with, when you guys normally talk, you guys both drag on and on and on and not get to the point. So you can include that in your intention too. You can be like, I want us to be on the same page. I want them to hear me. I want me to hear them. And I want us to be able to talk in a more concise manner. Number two, breathe. Start to really practice breathing during the conversation. We unconsciously hold our breath because of our conditioned ways of feeling anxious, feeling uptight, feeling triggered. And whenever we're anxious, uptight, triggered, this kind of energy is always a static energy where we're not breathing. So that's why in the beginning, we need to make a conscious effort to breathe and know that this is helping us. This is really going to help us. It's such a small act, but just by infusing this in our communications and our day-to-days live, it's going to be very beneficial. And the act of breathing and taking a moment, natural answers will come to you. So even if you forget these steps, by taking a breath during the live conversation when you feel triggered or when you feel anxious, taking a moment and daring to do that live, daring to give yourself a moment live, that's an act of self-love too in that moment, and an act of confidence. And an act of being genuine. When we show the other that we're able to breathe live and we're taking that moment to breathe live, it's also showing them, hey, I'm getting a little bit worked up, but I'm trying to stay present with you. I understand that this is something that's important for us, so I'm going to breathe. If we are resolving tension from eye level energy, then in the process itself, what we do in the process, in the conversation, there's also balance there. We are cultivating that balance. So how do we do that? Number 3, we first speak of genuine appreciation. Speak of genuine appreciation. So we lift things up a bit. So for example, maybe we're working on a project and something went south. You can first say, when we got started on this, I was so excited, and I still am. I was so excited to do this with you because you're brilliant. I was so excited to work with you because of your talent, and I knew that I could bring in my talent too, and we could work so well together. Something like that. Go back to why you were excited to interact with this person on this situation in the first place. If it's a partner and the situation is you guys aren't spending enough time together, you can go back to the root of it all and think about it and be like, look, I really appreciate how we give each other time and space because I'm very independent. I'm an independent bitch, man. So I love it when we get our own time and space. That's very much needed. And I really appreciate how we respect each other and we encourage each other to go into our own flows and do our own things too. If it's asking for a promotion, express some gratitude first too. I am so grateful to have been with you guys since last year. This has been such a unique company and has really developed and utilized the skills that I've been really wanting to use. Number 4, speak your truth with confidence. Speak your truth with confidence. So number 3, we already showed some appreciation. It was genuine. We really felt into it. We expressed ourselves. Now we're going to balance that shit out. Be concise and clear and use 1 or 2 lines to state exactly what your tension is currently. You can say something like, even though I've been really excited, I also feel like we haven't been present and focused on this project. And when you're first stating your tension, it is best to express in a way where you're both involved. So you're not pointing fingers. You're not saying it's your fault. You're also not putting yourself down and saying that it's all my fault. Even if you have reasons that you feel like it's their fault, try to first state it from a balanced place where you're both involved. Even though we're very intuitive and respectful of each other's time and space, I also feel like we haven't had enough time and space together recently. Even though it has been such an amazing year, I have been contributing to my maximum capacity by will. I do enjoy it, but the energy and the efforts I have been giving have not been balanced with what I am receiving back. If you have a solution in mind, express that too, because that's going to make the conversation more efficient. You just have to watch out for your own energy when you express the solution. And know that when you express the solution, that is a point to discuss. It's an opening for more discussion. So don't rush, and don't also feel like if you present a solution, it has to go your way. You're presenting a solution so you can further expand the conversation and get to the eventual solution that works for both of you. So if we take the promotion example again, this is a great example. After you expressed your gratitude, the situation, how you are feeling overworked, contributing a lot but not receiving the same amount that you deserve back, don't wait for them to give you your solution if you already have a solution in mind. Be definitive and express what you would like. So if it's promotion, tell them. So thinking about it, really thinking through, reflecting on my year and what I am going to continue to contribute and how I see myself growing with you guys and how I want to grow with you guys. I think this amount is fair. I would like to ask for this amount. So number 5 is speak from own emotion with curiosity. Speak from own emotion using words like I feel or I felt, and curiosity by being curious about their reaction, their responses to what you think and feel. So this is an alternative to saying something like it's your fault, or you made me feel like this, or it's all my fault. I felt hurt or I felt confused when this happened. So tie your emotions to the situation so that there's no triggering points in there. When you're able to genuinely and confidently explain a situation that you were both involved in, but you speak from your own feelings of what happened instead of pointing fingers at them, they will be able to see what happened with you more objectively as well. And it allows them to have more empathy and compassion for you. It's this act of both being vulnerable and confident at the same time and maintaining that eye level energy, and will increase the likelihood that they will also respond with vulnerability and openness and eye level with you as well. Number 6, we talked about this earlier. Observe their response, feel their level, proceed with both respect for each other at where we are at. If they are in alignment with us and we feel that they get us, they're, even if we're still solutioning and we're confused maybe about some parts of the actual situation, we can feel that, okay, they're where we're at. They are where we are at on the level of consciousness, at least with this matter right now. So if we are both on this level and I feel it, okay, I can feel it and I'm conscious here. I'm consciously present and I can feel it, and so we can continue. I feel that we're not forcing it here. Let's continue. I know that we can come to a solution. I feel it. Great. That's the best outcome. However, by always having this number 6 in place, if they are not where we are at, so let's say we sense superiority, inferiority, or just a lot of hiding, fears, anxiety from them, we will also then choose to respect them and ourselves. Even if we're at different consciousness levels, does not mean we judge them, or does not mean that we must win or lose or whatever. It just means we gotta accept where we are at and where they are at. And that is the easiest for all of us too. That is just peace, because we don't need to get more and more into it if there's no way we can come into full understanding. And this is also an act for us to practice detachment. Bring back the examples. If it was the project situation and the friend that you're working with is getting triggered or starting to say that I did more work or less or whatever, then there's no point in continuing this conversation to try to get alignment and to try to get them to see what you see. Then at that point, get into practical, okay, let's just diffuse this situation, but we still have to do the project. So let's just put some steps down. So instead of you getting triggered as well and trying to win the conversation, getting emotional, you're going to just diffuse. Let them say what they want to say. You're feeling the level and you know that, okay, this is not going anywhere. So I will let it go. I will detach, and you can be like, okay, I hear you. I understand you're struggling too. We still have to do this project though. So let's just put our differences aside. What can we do to get this done? Because we both want to get this done, and we don't want Sally to win, right? Like, we know they're also doing the project. I don't want them to win. So, okay, why don't we both? And if we need time separately to do it, that's fine. What do you need? Get into a balanced mindset where there's no emotion, so they can get into that same energy as you, so you guys can just figure out what to do next. Thank you guys so much. I hope that was helpful. If you guys want to learn more about energy, human energy, eye level energy, balances in energy, get coaching from me. You guys can find it in the description below. It is coaching with an energy reading. It's basically energy coaching. And for us, in order for us to be able to play this game of eye level balance with others, how to interact from an eye level place with others, we first must understand how to do that with ourselves. And if we really think about it, all of our struggles, all of our conflicts and resistance and things that we don't like about ourselves, these are all imbalances. These are all just imbalances in energy. Because whatever we don't like about ourselves, if we look at it from a new view, look at it from another point of view, it's our brilliance too. Hope to see you there. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know what you would like to see on YouTube. I mean, I have a lot of content lined up for you guys already, so I'm very excited, but I love seeing your comments. I love hearing your feedback, and it does really help me ideate upcoming content. So please leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much. Join my lives on TikTok and Instagram, because I do weekly lives, and those are basically a sneak peek of what I offer in my coaching videos, because I do coaching Q&As, I answer your questions, and I give mini energy readings. So you guys can get a taste of what I do in my videos by joining my lives on Instagram and TikTok. Remember guys, sometimes we just have to see things from a new view.